Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
It's the great Danny Vega. Hello, Danny.
Hey guys, great to be here.
Danny, of course, well, you sounded. Danny, of course, has the podcast Am I the Asshole? And it's always a joy to hear. And we're going to cover that. We're going to cover some more Am I the Assholes? You know how we do. First of all, Danny, how is life in general? I know today was a planned work day, but you were nice enough to spend your time with us. So we said, hey, we're going to Twitter it out. You'll be here. And you said, well, my boss has Twitter. That could be a problem. So I want to be very clear, Danny, that this show is not being recorded today. And that's just a regular thing we say when we do older shows that we've already done.
It's what the young people say, so we're just echoing that. We don't even know what we're saying. What live schmive? What date
Live
is it?
Schmive, who knows what it is? Who knows when it is? Is time real? It's a construct, Keith. You know, what? It's a flat circle.
So what should we talk about today? COVID, Ukraine, whatever we would normally talk about on today, which isn't the day you're hearing this. A different day that happened already because we can't go in the future day.
We should all tell our bosses to live in the now. What are we doing now? Don't worry about what I did.
Anyway, it's a misnomer. We call it live. We just mean we're alive. So those of us watching alive, thanks for not being here. Because you're not here.
I'm happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here.
Right.
Are you asking me where I want to go, where I want to take this conversation? Do you want a Los Angeles update, Keith? Is that you want to hear how I'm prospering the sun and drinking juice?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Let me tell you guys something. It's scoring some wins here. If you come visit me, we'll get Mexican food that is so good it'll blow your mind.
Okay.
It'll make your hair grow back, Keith. It'll really be a game changer for you. Hemda, it'll make your hair grow twice as big. I don't know, whatever you want.
What kind of magic soup is this? Is my dad selling it? What is this?
Did Will Smith teach us nothing about talking about other people's hair?
Oh, is that a sin? Is that a no? Keith can take a joke.
Oh boy, Danny, don't let me make you nervous right up top. Wait a little bit. Come on. We're gonna keep these
nervous.
going. It's
I'm
okay.
Nervous.
It's all right. I'm not gonna tell you all fucking episode what not to say. You swear words.
Cancel me. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's see if we can get Danny canceled today. He's so fucking nervous about being canceled.
Cancel me.
How
I'm
are
ready.
your spirits? It sounds like California weather's doing you well, but you sound like you're ready to kill yourself. Is this just, is this just a regular?
Well, I'm good. You sound like you're ready to kill yourself. You're like,
You sound like you're ready to super kill your fucking self. You want to talk about who's ready to kill themselves?
Please kill me.
Who would you bet on?
Who would you bet on? I think we have today's poll. If one of them were going to kill themselves, me or Danny, who would it be?
Okay, we got Danny canceled and Keith also. Great. Hi, welcome to the Girl Show.
The Girl Show.
Today's poll is how would you kill Danny?
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Here, I have one as being killed in downtown LA. So here's a comedic premise that has not yet been discussed. New York City versus Los Angeles. How about that, guys?
So many things are the same, but so many things are different.
Exactly, Keith, one of the great philosophers. Anyway, I'm walking downtown LA. It's my new thing. I pretend I'm in New York City. I'm walking, okay? And I walk into some human feces, right? Which is something that happens in New York City. I lived in New York for 9 years. I say 10 to impress other people, but I'll be real with you guys. 9 years, 2 human poops ever.
How do you know it's human?
You can tell, Hemda. Horse from a human poop? Yes, you can. What else could it be?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, in LA, I saw someone taking a shit in his hand on the street. I mean, he missed a lot of it, but he got plenty that the rest of us would feel uncomfortable about. So I have seen human shit in LA. It's very interesting that this is the common thing.
And the guy shat out. He was drawing a horse. This is art in New York. Yes.
That was good.
I just don't know if I didn't catch him in the act, if I would go human. Keith, do you think you'd be able to tell?
It's a size thing, Hemda.
Really,
a dog
really
poop
keep
is...
moving on,
Yeah. I didn't know we had to break
tell
it
you.
down. Can't you just take me on my word? I can tell it was human.
They go, did you see human shit today, Keith? I'm like, probably. I don't. What?
Can you prove it? Here's
who has
Hemda.
the
Bring
time
it to the lab.
Yeah. Who has the time?
It's so
Bring us a
specific, though.
sample. Anyway, walking
And
around
over here in New
DTLA.
York, we have thin pizza. The differences are the same, but different.
Chris says you
So
can tell by the amount of corn. Okay. All right. We can move on.
yeah,
I
no, in
apologize.
Iowa it's like pure corn. Anyways, so I was in downtown LA for 30 minutes and I ran into human feces twice, and that is how much more poop there is in downtown LA. But I've been liking it. And
Sounds
I've
like
been
it.
purchasing $11 soda. This is incredibly stupid. This is a trick they're playing in LA.
For one?
I got Coke
Carlo?
Lime. Coke Lime. They haven't made it for 10 years. And I went to the
So
register.
you're
and I
being
was like,
charged all the years that they haven't been serving it?
I think so. I think that's the
Oops,
pricing.
Lime fell in our Coke, but that probably really did happen somehow, and they're trying to sell it. And
Right. Is it a case of lime?
No, it's not a case. It's a one single bottle, and they tell you how much it costs when you pay. And I was like, okay, well, I do want to try it. And then I thought
Is it a
learned
1
that-
liter?
No, it's like 16 ounces. It's like not a lot of Coke. You seem so sad.
Well,
right
is it
now.
$11 or pesos?
It's
This is
$11.
okay.
It's 11 USD.
what's the? You ever see Rain Man? What's the price of a car, Danny?
the
Okay.
price of a car?
Good point. Yeah.
Okay, now and then what would you say is a gallon of milk?
22 grand is the price of a car. A gallon of milk. I don't know, $4 nowadays. $5.
Okay, he did better than that guy. And Rain
Okay.
Man.
Well, Rain Man
Alright.
was 30 years ago. wasn't it?
$11 for a soda is nuts. You got us riled up, and then you're surprised we're all riled up.
Right. It's
Why
insane.
did you bring it up? I bought a Coke for $1 today. Oh, really, guys? Nothing.
Was there an actual physical lime in the? Do they add the lime in like a rim of salt and maybe it's not actually?
They bring a
Coke,
cart
it's-
over to your table.
It's in a drink, guys. It wasn't at a restaurant. I'm not explaining it well.
It's
I-
alcohol. It's
no, it's not alcohol. It's human poop. Okay.
We're
It's-
asking why you bought it.
Is there
Because-
CBD or THC in it?
No, there's nothing special about it. I just thought it
Don't
was
get annoyed with us.
interesting.
You bought it. Yes, we're finding it more interesting by we're adding to this.
No,
Danny.
I'm trying to, I think I'm
Take out the
explaining it
calculator.
badly. It's just
No.
Coke with lime that's old and they used to make it, now they don't, and I'm just that stupid. You're trying to figure it out, but there's nothing to figure out. There's no pot, there's no CBD, there's no PCP. It's just a ripoff that I
Was it
fell
the
for.
greatest? Was it the greatest drink ever?
No, it was flat.
It was flat.
It was 10 years old.
Did you Karen your way into your money back?
What?
Did you get your money back? Did you
No, I
pull a
drank it.
Karen? Did you drink
No,
the
I
whole
did-
thing?
Yeah, I did, and I liked it.
I don't know that you did. Is this how you describe something you like?
Is that your
It
own
was
face?
$11.
What does it mean when you love someone? Now we're getting
That's
okay.
long. I don't know if we have time for
comparisons.
that today.
So
This
you're
is
doing
what
well.
passes for fun. This is the conversation I had in downtown LA. So you do get weird items, but then you just have an hour long conversation about why did you buy an $11 Coke, and that's the culture of Los Angeles.
Are you thinking of getting a dog to combat all the human feces?
I actually am thinking about getting a cat because I always travel and stuff.
Mm.
You're a cat person, Keith. Are you a cat person? What is
No.
Keith?
No.
I know you're not looking at me.
No, you guys don't have cats.
I'm a
For
human
what?
person. You could pass me your babies, not your pets. Yeah.
Keep a human as a pet.
I think cat people really have personal problems, and they like being treated bad, but can't take a guy's hit to the face. So they went with a cat. And
Wait, what was that, Keith? That's gonna make you sound weird unless you explain what you just meant.
I think it's very clear. They would like a human being to really beat them up and piss on their face and shit in their mouth, but they don't. They can't take all that. So they got a cat, and so
Wow.
the cat just yeah. So the cat just does whatever it wants every time, and it's like I guess that's the kind of love that I deserve. I'm a piece of
I see.
shit, and then they
I
go
see.
back to bed depressed again, and somehow that's ironically their happiness. Yeah. So
Right,
no,
does that-
the answer is no. I'm not into cats. Now, dogs, that's what we're talking. That takes responsibility. That takes care. That you can. They look back at you into your eyeballs. A cat can't do that because that takes care. That takes being human. Ironically, a cat.
Now, I have
though,
a-
come on.
I have a question now. Is
Yeah.
Keith an asshole for saying that about cats versus dogs and the humans that are associated with them?
if he was asked, if he was first
AITA.
ridiculed for his hairstyle, then mockingly asked about, you probably don't like cats, idiot. If he gets an answer back that's honest and pure, who is the asshole?
Oh, hurt people, huh? What a
Oh,
demonstration.
nice. Well, you know what? If it's hysterical, it's historical.
That time takes time.
There we go.
He who
You
dealt
don't
it
have
smelt
time,
it.
you make time.
Oh, you make time. That would have been a better one.
Yeah. But
Chris says a cat will never ask itself, "Am I the asshole?"
A cat can't change its
true.
stripes.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Damn it.
Oh, God.
It takes one to know one.
there we go.
There we go. Is a good one.
There we go.
Did you
I'm
shit
so happy.
yourself, Danny? Did you shit
Yeah,
your
oh yeah.
pants
Is that the
recently?
story you wanted? Yeah, let's get into it. All right.
Let's talk about that. I'll get to know
this is
you.
a separate story. All
Not
right.
really.
So,
Doesn't
well, no,
sound
but
it. You paid $11 for an old Coke that you
Yeah.
were determined to drink because it was $11. You found human shit on the street.
yeah.
Did you shit your pants recently? Yeah, totally
Yeah,
different.
I
doubt it.
So, all right, listen. First of all, it's my podcast co-host testimony, Sarah Levine, love her to death. She testified.
Never had that. I went beneath my wings.
Do you testify, Keith, that she testified that she has not sharded as an adult? Okay, that's what she
Okay.
actually said. I have it
Sure.
on audio.
Okay.
When is the last time you sharded, Mr. Malley?
Today, as a matter of fact. But
totally
you
believe
caught
that.
me at a weird time.
I totally believe that.
But it was today. Yeah.
I put my shart regularity at once a quarter. I think that's about how often it happens. It's a little mistake, a little
This
slip
is
up.
you.
Not a big deal.
Once
yeah,
a
I think,
quarter a year.
Yeah, like a quarter a year, 4 times a year.
You're being serious.
Oh, I thought you meant every quarter of your life. That's
Maybe
that's more
once-
appropriate, Danny. Take a look at something.
once a quarter, once every half. Well, yeah, because I have too much coffee for brunch,
Okay, so there are reasons that you refuse to change.
Sure. Well, Hemda,
Okay.
what? You telling me you never sharded?
Of
You're
course
gonna
I
be like
did,
Sarah?
but I make adjustments. I actually fully pooped my pants, but I never got jalapenos on Domino's pizza again.
You know that's not a saying. So cut this out.
Wow, Domino's really getting hit out of nowhere. Anyway, I shard all the time. I never actually like full on like shit myself, and it finally
Oh,
happened.
you should
and-
try it. I mean, go all the way with your life.
I didn't know. Like, I didn't even know how that really played out. And it was really just like Titanic levels of hubris where, like, looking back, I'm like, what was I thinking? I was at the park, which is 10 minutes from my house. It's right there. And I was like, oh, I have to go. I got to go right now. And then I was like, oh, but the public restrooms, they're disgusting, and the toilet paper, and who knows who sat there, who knows what goes on in there. I've never been in them. I was just judging them from the outside. I was like, I'll be fine. So then about
Where
2
are there
minutes
public
later,
bathrooms in LA?
in
the
the
park.
park.
Okay.
I'm at the park. I'm at Echo Park itself. I live in a neighborhood called Echo Park with a park
Okay.
called Echo Park. And so then I was like, whatever, I'll just get a scooter because there's scooters in LA. If you guys seen these little scooters you can rent on the street, they're great. It's so fun.
The little mopeds, right?
Yeah,
we
little
have-
mopeds. And you can just get them and I go, I'll get a scooter. I'll be home. No problem. I scan the scooter and it won't go. It just won't go. So I'm like, all right. And I'm 5 minutes from my house, if that. So I'm just like slowly walking to my house. I'm like, this
If
is
I
good.
looked at you walking, could I tell you're trying to walk to get to
Yes.
the bathroom? Okay.
Yes,
All
you
right.
could
That's
tell
where
like
you're
that
at.
man
Okay.
is not in a good place. And
Not
then
deep in the cave.
that man has a
Oh, I
Solomon
thought you
Laden
said
in his-
Batman. I'm like, where's
Yeah, he's got Batman in
This
his
is a
cave,
saying.
all right.
Batman's coming
Yeah.
out the cave.
Yeah, fly the CIA helicopters that don't make any noise near that man because he's got something in the cave. And and then it just started happening. It was as if God just said, nope, it's over now for you. Game over. Beep, beep. And I just started, like, my beehole started kind of convulsing.
Oh,
And I was
what
like,
were you
this is-
wearing?
yeah.
I don't.
I was wearing assless chaps and a spinning hat, a
out.
propeller hat, what I normally wear to the park.
Could've been
No, I
worse.
was wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Okay, now I have to ask you because I feel like this makes a difference when you poop your pants. What kind of underwear? We're talking briefs.
Boxer briefs. Boxer
So,
briefs.
like the kind that can hold literal shit in.
They can hold a very small amount, a small layer, and they did. They said hold, and then they did it. And yeah, and eventually, guys, I reached a point, and I never been to this point where I was like, I'm shitting myself, so I might as well just shit myself, you know? And I just stepped into it, and I owned it, and I said, that's what's happening right now. I'm 32, and I'm shitting myself on the street. But then a moment of freedom when I was like, I was walking, I was like barely even walking, like stepping very slowly. And then I was like, I can just run. And so I picked up my pants because, you know, you don't want that soggy slapping when you're running. So I just kind of picked
I
up
read that
my
in
pants.
Runner's World. Yeah.
How to get rid of the soggy slaps.
Oh my God.
And I ran home, and then there was the only other bad thing that could happen is that my neighbors would come out and be like, hey man, what's going on? But nobody was out.
What kind of space do you live in? Do you have to be in an elevator? Do you have to go into a lobby? Is it a house?
No,
Yeah,
but
it's
they
just-
tap ass hello.
Yeah, everybody tap asses hello, like a hard spank. A hard spank if they sneak up on you. But I didn't, it's like a hallway, Hemda. So you like walk into a hallway, one flight of stairs. I mean, we're only talking about 5 doors that could possibly get me.
A lot of
Everybody
doors.
was silent.
Well, you
I
were
got
getting them.
home.
They just didn't know it.
I know, right? I threw
Yeah.
my pants away. Today I told my coworker this story, and he
Collateral
goes,
damage. Yeah.
you know what he said? He goes, I can tell you don't have kids. You obviously don't have kids throwing those pants away. Those are perfectly good pants. That's what he said. I was
Nah,
like,
throw
okay,
them out. Live your life. You're 32 now. You can get a new pair of pants.
I
It's
can
fine.
get a new pair of pants. They're all ripped at the crotch anyway.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
and I trigger warned this on my podcast. Apparently you guys are crazy and you'll just put it out, but we did it. I mean, there it is. Cancel me.
All right, congratulations. That's
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
so uncomfortable. I don't. I'm so sorry. Do you know the cause of this?
I do. Yeah, I do. That's even more embarrassing. I actually didn't tell anyone that. But I'll tell you
Excellent.
guys.
Good question. Me.
I took this bullshit that my friend recommended to me. This
Human shit.
Kratom.
Now I know how you can.
I ate some of the human shit. No, I took this Kratom bullshit. They sell at smoke shops. My friend told me to try it, and yeah, it made me
Now, what
me
is
go.
that? Don't just say Kraton. What is that?
It's like a drug people do, I guess, instead of opiates, but it's legal and it's very mild and it's sold at smoke shops. So I bought it at like a smoke shop in downtown LA.
Do you eat it? Do you smoke it? What does it do?
You drink it. It's like a
Okay.
little extract. It's like a little 1 ounce, little tiny little bottle of nasty liquid. It tastes disgusting.
And how soon after did you get sick?
20 minutes, and then 20 minutes I felt something, and then 30 minutes I was pooping myself. So apparently it's the best laxative ever.
Mm.
I mean, that's just
That's funny because you want to hear what it can treat, if I'm saying the right thing. Kratom, fatigue, pain, diarrhea, muscle cramps.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Things it gives you that people seem to enjoy, it says. Oh, no.
Did they warn you about anything? Did you get high or something off of it?
no, but there's a certain high that comes with shitting yourself on the street. Like if you're looking for that and you don't got a lot of money, I recommend try it because you're gonna feel some kind of way. You will feel alive, brother.
Now you're a comic, so you know how to get comfortable with this. But how comfortable are you about this?
What do you mean discussing this shameful thing that I did?
Yeah. Like, what's your shame scale here?
I mean, while it was happening, I was like really mortified.
You should be.
know?
That's appropriate.
That's
Okay.
appropriate, right?
sure,
And I
yeah.
was super happy that nobody saw me except for potentially people in their cars. But like looking back,
That's a gift
know,
you give to people in passing. That's
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
little bit of fun for
That's
them, you
fine.
know? They're like,
Yeah.
this guy, what happened to him, you know?
Did you
but, like-
crouch like a 2-year-old? Being like, I'm doing it right here.
he
I'm
was
gonna-
run shitting.
Were you running and shitting?
I mean, there was a moment there where I was just standing there, just kind of, I wasn't
Hands
even
on
crouching.
your shoulders? Hands on your hips,
Just-
I mean?
Yeah, maybe even hands
on your
behind
head.
my head. Just like let it flow. This is happening, you know? It was like yoga,
Right.
all my training kind of came back to me. I was like, just be in this moment and let it flow out of you because what are you gonna do?
That's basically, Keith, what happened to you when you shit your pants, right? There was a moment where you're like, it's happening.
When people ask for money on the streets, I say, I'm shitting my pants right now, actually.
Jeez, that's
Sorry.
Was I asking you for money when you told me that story? I didn't
It's
understand.
just
I'm
something
sorry.
that makes
Yeah.
me think about.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess if you got to do it, just let it all go, sure. What are you going to do? A little bit?
I mean, are we supposed to be ashamed, Hemdo? Was that your implication? Was Keith ashamed?
yeah, you should be
Yeah, it
ashamed.
comes with some shame. I
Yeah.
just want to, but I know, like, we all know whatever happens to us, it happened to somebody else. It happened. It doesn't matter. But I want to know, how much are you letting it go? If you were with normal people, normal human beings, would you
Mm.
hesitate more? Would you wait for the third date to let your mate know about this?
See, and Sarah's made fun of me for this because I know we have a pod, with asshole in the name, but I actually don't like potty humor just because it always goes the same places. But I thought this was a good enough story that I would tell it. But I wouldn't really tell civilians this story, to be honest. So maybe I am actually, I think I am a little prudish about comedy. I'm like, keep it clean, everybody.
That's fair. Greenwood is saying he kept blaming downtown LA for buying things he shouldn't have. But I thought he was going to say you kept blaming downtown LA for human shit. But
Yeah,
I think you get it now. That tincture is not doing LA any good.
No.
Did it fall down your leg?
Yeah, it flowed down my leg
In your shoe?
barely got my sock. The
Okay.
shoe survived, thankfully.
Okay.
Did you keep the socks?
I think I did keep the sock. It was just a little bit of, come on, it's just a little bit of liquid.
Well, we threw out the jeans. I thought the socks went with them. No?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No judgment. Just
I
want to
need
know where your life
puppets.
is.
I need my sock puppets,
I hope they're not like masturbation socks, too. Caramba.
Cut to the line.
Well, you had your big moment. There was that you guys didn't have to decide if somehow you were an asshole or not, dude. Did you?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want AITA for shamefully shitting myself on the streets of Los Angeles, what are you thinking?
No, your butt's an asshole, but that's what it does. But no, shit was coming out of the right place. It's okay.
Thank you.
You're an asshole when shit comes out of your mouth.
Aha.
Yeah, I can't be on the jury because I know Danny too well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
I was reading the news. Let's put it that way. So I can't say it wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair.
Well, glad you're healthy now.
I'm so happy. I'm healthy. I'm with you guys. What more can you want? Are we doing some AITA situations or?
In a bit, absolutely.
Here we go.
We'll do some. First, let's talk about the magic of Donald Trump. And they went to Mar-a-Lago. They took away so many boxes of confidential information he wasn't supposed to take with him, perhaps about, I'm hearing they're about nuclear weapons. I'm hearing that's a fact. There's some things there about nuclear weapons. Now we're speculating. Is he trying to sell secrets? I don't think that's crazy to think about. But he says, give me back the confidential records because I just made them unconfidential with my powers of being fake president.
He changed the password. Don't worry.
Yeah, we can all enjoy these now.
As Nikki says, AITA for selling nuclear secrets.
Right. First of all, imagine I'm still president. Secondly, right, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about Honey. Okay, and then we'll begin. Honey. It's an extension you have on your browser. It's free whenever you order something from sometimes when I say whenever, sometimes when you order something from a store, any store, because I have Honey, the extension for the browser, it pops up and goes, you just saved $7. I found a coupon code for you. I'm like, who the hell the? What? You see I'm going to buy it anyway, but somehow that's a business model for him. I'm good with that. If you don't already have Honey, you're straight up missing out. It's literally free, installs in seconds. Doing yourself a favor, and you're supporting this podcast, okay? By the way, today's episode is sponsored by PayPal Honey. How about that? PayPal Honey. By getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid in supporting this podcast. I never recommend something I don't use. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/KTG. That's joinhoney.com/KTG. All right?
It's Xerxes approved.
Xerxes approved. Okay? And he barely likes Hemda. You're going to dig this extension. I'm telling you right now.
Who the hell the?
It's crazy. I was gonna get something anyway, and then like, well, where am I? You know, and they're like, don't worry about it. $12 off. I'm like, dude, is Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson has, for the first time, publicly apologized to the women who have accused him of sexual misconduct during massage sessions. He's in the NFL, of course. He's in the other Cleveland Browns. He's in the NFL. I want to say that I am truly sorry to all the women that I have impacted in this situation. There's about 30 women that he sexually assaulted and or raped. And so the NFL said, all right, we're going to hire an arbitrator that we can both agree on what your punishment will be. And they decided his punishment is missing 6 months of games.
So not working for 6 months.
Not working for 6 months. And but not going to jail for 6 months. But no, not working for 6 months. Friday night's preseason opener, he just played in that. The team happened to win, but he didn't do too good. He said earlier that he has no regrets regarding any of his actions during the massage sessions, even though the NFL says you have to get masseuses from us from now on. In his second interview out of the two that he did, he said again he has no regrets about his actions, but he did regret the impact the allegations had on the people around him.
What?
He's sorry that, yeah, he's not really sorry. You know, he's sorry that they received the hurt that I received as well. But I did nothing wrong.
What hurt is that then? That they had to...
They still have to hear about their son, for example, in the news. It's still hurtful. And they're sorry for that.
He's sorry to all the women.
Like, I'm sorry Danny shat his pants and felt bad, right?
I'm sorry to all the people who shat their pants.
I'm sorry for all the people,
all
even.
Of them. Just
how
many were there again?
Yeah,
31. 20. Can I say 25?
But it's not going to. But it's not going to keep me up the way it's not going to keep him up. You know. So this is him when he's finally saying, "Hey, you know what? I do regret my actions. Can I please have money back from those 6 days?" It is a weird
months.
6 months. It is a weird fucking thing to say.
Okay, Deshaun, as you get ready to get on the bus, let's just start with this one. It's been 19 months since you played a game of competitive football. How are you feeling about that?
I'm super excited. I'm excited to get out there with my new teammates and go out there and compete. Each and every snap, I want to make sure I cherish that because I'm not sure when the next time I'll be able to get out there with those guys. So I'm super excited.
As you say that, your eligibility is still in question, and although this appeal is ongoing, I have to ask you, the initial ruling from Judge Sue Robinson made a very specific point of saying that your lack of remorse played into her decision-making. It's been a part of the narrative surrounding you. What is your response to that?
Look.
Well, I said I didn't do it, but I guess I'm supposed to have remorse. This is a crazy fucking world I'm trying to navigate. Okay, I'm sorry, but not too sorry that it's bad. But I understand we all know I did do it. So
I didn't do it, but if I'd done it, I would have been sorry that I did it now, but I didn't, so I can't be. Thank you.
But I would be. And I wish you all well, even though you all accuse me of rape. I wish you the fucking best in all your endeavors, and I'm sorry you have to deal with this, which didn't happen, but I'm sure you have to deal with it in different ways. And as a man, for that, I am sorry. No more questions, please?
I want to say that I'm truly sorry to all the women that I've impacted in this situation. My decisions that I made in my life that put me in this position, I would definitely like to have back. But I want to continue to move forward and grow and learn and show that, I am a true person of character, and I want to keep pushing forward.
What are you going to know and learn and grow? You didn't do it.
Grow and learn. We fully expect that there will be some time that you are away from the
And you growing is part of your fucking problem.
Team. What does your growth on a personal level look like? How
9-10 inches.
are you spending that time?
I know I have a lot of work to put in, especially on the field, to be able to make sure I'm ready to play whenever that time.
Yeah, I'm talking about the women, though. But yeah, that's cute. We're talking about the field now. Okay. Yeah.
Time comes whenever I can step back on the field. But also, the biggest thing is I want to continue counseling, and I want to make sure that I'm growing as a person, as an individual, for my decision making on and off the field. And I want to make sure that I'm just involving in the community as much as possible. And that's for the Cleveland community, that's the NFL community, and beyond.
And beyond in the universe, these new stars came out in pictures.
Infinity and beyond.
So there's a lot to worry about. He just joined Houston, $230 million fully guaranteed contract.
But was that the end of the questions?
That's the clip. Yeah.
What if we do this? What if we stop interviewing these people at all? What if they're not personalities to hear how they even feel about going back to what if we become disinterested in how they feel and what they're doing? Wouldn't that be
Right.
better than this? This is a layup. What do you call it in football? Whatever football layup is, this is a, hey,
Extra
now
point.
it's,
red zone, and it's fucking easy breezy, and all their defendants have broken knees.
yeah, it's, hey, you're upset about this, right? And it's like, yeah, and I'm really excited to play.
Right.
Great interview. What did we learn? That it's exciting to make $200 million and you should say sorry so that you can get it?
Understand that you have people there that rape. Start understanding you have to set a precedence. When you suspend a different guy for a year for gambling, he gambled on his team to win, he wasn't playing that day, that you're suspended for a year for gambling $1,500.
Oh,
And then
wow.
this guy,
That's just
has-
stupid. Are you suspended for being stupid? That's real
right,
dumb.
right? You can't keep that a secret.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You did it in Vegas.
We gambled, but he wasn't playing, so he wasn't actually able to manipulate
Correct.
the end of the game. Oh, well, who cares? That should be a fine.
Yeah, but
You
if like he said, if that's your precedent, if you have these rules and that's what the rules are, just stay away from gambling while you're involved. It's insider trading in a way, is it not? So
Oh, it's totally insider trading.
yeah, so if that's what you're playing, so what do they get for assault?
About 6 months if there's 30 women.
It's crazy. That's
6
not
months
okay.
is where we're at. The guy that bet on the game, his name is Calvin Ridley. Here's another one. Vontaze Burfict. He got suspended 12 games for targeting. That's when you aim your helmet at somebody when you hit them. That's 12
What?
games.
What do you mean? Like where
Like if
you
you
like a
deliberately-
ram?
Yeah, that's their way of protecting you from getting brain damage and broken limbs. They make these pretend things like
So
you
this
can't
guy
hit with your helmet anymore.
Oh, so this guy, and you can tell you deliberately do it because who
It
else runs
feels
with
it.
their
You're
head
just-
first?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
guessing, but you feel it.
I've never run with my head first.
It's arbitrary sometimes.
So you're attacking with your head? That's the sin of targeting?
Yes, you know you're deliberately trying to inflict pain.
You're hitting that, you're targeting their head, or you're using your
You're
head
targeting
as
almost like a
weapon?
headbutt, kind of. You're coming in at a bigger
Oh, I
force.
see. Crazy.
Oh, so your head with their head, it has to be?
You can do no, it doesn't have to be.
Oh,
It could be head on head. It could be head on knees.
okay.
That's
Okay,
a
so
big one,
you're
too.
you're coming at them with your head and helmet.
Yes.
Could be head on stomach, head on pec. I mean,
And
Nobody
now
likes
the
to get hit with a
segment of
head.
where could we put my head?
Martavius Bryant suspended indefinitely for weed. Josh Gordon, 25 plus games for weed. 30 rapes, 6 months. He's sorry, but didn't do it.
Wow. In all fairness, weed is a better life, but it feels like assault is a better life too, right?
He got 6 games
Hmm.
compared to.
No, I mean doing it. Like,
25.
man, people love assaulting people.
They love to assault.
Love it.
They love it so much.
Progressive disease. You can't eat one chip. You can't
See?
assault one time. It's crazy.
Let's see if I missed anything here.
It's been 30 times. Like the first 2 times, it's like these sex workers are not into sex. This is weird.
Right.
And then the third time, you're like, maybe there's a secret handshake I should look at. Like, what happens after the 25th time? You're like, are women just uncomfortable? Like, get into your job. What's
Yeah.
happening?
And then do you hang out with
God.
the guys and you're like, boy, really got to fight for these women, right? Like, yeah,
Hmm.
you noticed that too, right? This is something he said in that apology that you heard.
Danny, you want to get canceled? Join in the conversation.
The decisions that I
I'm
made
dead.
in my
I'm
life,
hanging back.
the decisions that put me in this position, I would definitely like to have back. What decisions? Decisions that you ever got masseused? This is where they make us make up what he could mean. And we come up with things he didn't even think of. I guess he would wish he'd have a witness around for these lying bitches, all 30 of them.
Oh my God. No shit. That is more what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Wow.
I shouldn't have been in that position where they
He really,
could.
Maybe the position was he never looked up massage in the dictionary, you know?
He didn't know what it was and why they start.
If this was an Am I the Asshole, it would be pretty easy.
It'd be pretty easy.
Yeah, I think.
I'd say
think we got
everybody
30
involved. Why do you
people saying-
Why do you want to massage him? Oh, I see what Danny's saying. Okay, Danny has a point. Let's go with Danny. Danny, let's go with something more. What's going on there that we can determine who indeed the asshole is without being sick to our stomach?
Keith, thank you so much. And I just
We'd
wanna
rather not be about
contextualize-
rape or shit. Thank you.
Yeah, I was hoping we could get out of those maybe for something a little light and fun. We got fun over here.
Yeah.
You know, this one is really stupid. It's actually not an AITA, but we'll just do this thing. Ready? My boyfriend won't stop calling me Tony Pizza.
Oh, it's funny to call someone Tony Pizza.
I, F21, and my boyfriend, male 21, live together. We've been together 4 months.
That's a good age, by the way, for Tony Pizza.
Right?
You only have 6 more years on these nuts, kid. So
To explain why we're living together at the 4-month mark, we started out as roommates, but then started dating. My BF isn't good at pet names. Some early ones were Little Stubster and
What?
Sour Meat.
Oh, what
Those
are we
sound like
describing?
gross food. Yeah, this guy loves food.
They both
What
sound like someone needs a douche. That's
Yeah.
not fun.
One of my nicknames for him, though,
We're mustard Alfredo and big piece of shit.
Little Bird.
Little bird.
Little
That was
bird.
better. That
That was
Good
better.
eats. I don't like it. I don't. No. Mm-mm.
Anyway, for a man, that's OP's a woman calling her man Little Bird. So I flag that. Here we go. 2 weeks ago, though, boyfriend starts dropping Tony Pizza. Now, this doesn't even make sense. And he uses it more than my actual name. He's obsessed. I have had a couple of conversations with him about it, but he says he can't think of anything better. What do I do? Is this going to be a bigger problem? Do I even
Yes.
address this? I hate being Tony Pizza.
You stick with it. I've had women that say, I don't like baby because that's so generic and you used it with other women. You just keep doing it and they understand it's like breathing. It's over. Now you can keep
I got a
saying
hot
baby.
take about baby. I got a
Go
hot
ahead.
take about baby.
Go ahead, but I'll tell you how I'd play
You
you.
say baby in a relationship. I'm proposing this as a universal, not Keith Malley specifically. We say baby right when we're most infatuated because we're literally saying baby, like baby, like we want to have a baby because it's in that part of the relationship where they're perfect, before you actually really know.
I
them.
want to make a baby. That's why I'm saying baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now we've been together 4 years. I'm saying toddler. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think it has anything to do with infantilizing each other?
Well, are you disagreeing? You say baby now in your 4-year
don't.
relationship?
I
No, of course
I
not,
never
right?
have. I
you
don't
never
like
say
it.
it.
No.
Oh, you never say
No. No. Nope.
To me, it's an early relationship pet name. That's a year 1 pet name.
I kept the infatuation going. Now
Wow,
I
look
suck
at
on
you.
her tits. Yeah. Wait, what? Shit, who am I now? I don't even know who the fuck I am,
my-
thanks to Danny. Am I the mom? Am I the baby?
I think this woman should break up with this guy just for not having a good imagination. This is as far as he goes in his brain. I'm not good with pet names in an age where Google exists. We're not asking you to go to the library. Just call her by her name.
Right.
Yeah.
Shorten the name and then you'll add something to it later. And instead of, Chrissy, it'll be Chrysanthemum, Christmas. Hey there, Jingle Bells. That's how you get it.
But she doesn't like it. Just
But it's rude, right?
say her name. You can't go wrong. And then the more she gets annoyed, the more he says it. Sounds like a great partner. You know what? This is a stupid argument, and it's your worst one. So either you're perfect or you're 21. Just break up. Just find another roommate.
Break up over Tony Pizza.
Who cares?
Tony
Quit
Pizza.
saying Tony Pizza to
Tony
me.
Pizza.
Hey, Tone, what did you
But,
just
like,
say? Like Tony
gotta-
Pizza. Who the fuck is Tony Pizza? I'm just looking for the remote, honey.
Come on, Mr. Pizza. Yeah, all right. So
Mr.
one time
Pizza.
I called you Keith O'Malley, right? This is what I was thinking about.
Was that
this.
a nickname? And as a
And-
pet name, you added to it?
It wasn't. No, it was a sincere fuck up because I really thought that was her name, and I actually kind of prefer it for you, but that's fine.
A lot of
But you
people
got
do. Yeah.
You got a little touchy about it in a way where I was like, "Oh, don't double down on this joke." And I don't know if that was a good read or not, but
But it wasn't a joke. You just implied that it was a
No,
joke.
it wasn't a joke.
But it wasn't a joke.
No, I'm sorry. It
Okay,
wasn't a
thank
joke
you.
when I initially said it, but of course, doing it after you told me that's not it would be a joke
Sure.
if I now
Right.
called you Keith O'Malley.
But it had knew not to do that because it had me so up in arms.
Yes, exactly, right? I read that correctly. You actually don't want me to fuck with your name. You don't want me to throw that O in there.
Can you repeat what I said or did? I would like to learn and see myself as other people see me.
I couldn't. It was a vibe.
It's
It was
just
a vibe.
right? There's a Zoom aura.
Is he having the same vibe right now? Because I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it's
I'm scared.
just a standard vibe.
This is
Because-
standard vibe.
Yeah, that's just, you look at Keith's face, you're like, am I saying something wrong? And you're like, no, it's just his face.
Just my
And yeah, I
face.
think if he corrects anyone, it's because he doesn't want you to get it wrong and look stupid or
Okay.
look like
okay.
you don't know him on a show where people like you. So he's correcting you so that you don't, if you want to keep saying it as a joke and
Right.
antagonizing, you're just an antagonizing prick, which is what this dude is. Why
Right.
is he finding pleasure in you? Not, does he think you're flirting with him? Can he be
Right.
explained to that this is not cute and we can find other ways to be cute with each other? Or is this the limit of where his brain could be, where he still thinks like punching someone in the arm is hilarious? Is it that kind of thing?
Right. Well, I mean, I think it's like, look, Pizza Hemda.
This is fun.
If you take a joke too far, right,
Mhm.
it gets to a point. This joke in particular, where it's disrespectful. You're
He
not
never brings
respecting
home
their
pizza
identity.
either. Just bring home pizza sometimes, you asshole.
But he doesn't bring home Tony either. So I don't, what's his point?
Bring Tony's pizza. Yeah, the guy's a mess.
It's not funny. I'd break up with someone for not being funny.
That's
not
true. It's not.
funny,
It's
and
not
you
getting
keep
laughs.
saying it. Like,
It's repetitive. Yeah.
You know, he shortens it too. He calls her Tony. That's where that whole thing went. Now it's just
and then
Tony.
maybe she could start thinking like maybe there's a Tony in his life. And oh, pass me the thing, Tony. Tony Pizza. I finally came up, and it's like, are you dating someone named
Yeah.
Tony? Get the fuck out of here. Call me by my name. If I say call me by my name, what's the problem?
Right. So we agree. You got to respect people's names. You can't be calling them random shit.
It's
That's
basic
rude.
first thing. Call me
basic.
by my name. I just introduced myself. We got to go back to the relationship where they introduced themselves because he doesn't have any yes and.
Right. Right. And but you don't say baby, Hemda. Well, you got any pet names for us?
For you guys,
Well, no, they pet names that you use. Apparently, you don't. You got an issue with baby, so I'm
in
curious.
my current relationship, no, he's not a big. Don't shorten his name. Like he knows what his name is.
What
I
would
know
you
what
do?
my-
You call him X? What would you call him?
nothing.
How do you shorten that?
I've heard people say Zerks.
Zerks?
He doesn't appreciate it.
No, you don't do Zerks. Okay.
No, none of it.
M?
But no,
Big C?
just and you know what? He's joked around, and I know he doesn't like these things, and we feel the same about it. And he's joked around. He walks in the room and goes, "Hello, darling," and I'm like, "Hi, sweetheart," and he just recoils and is like, "Yeah, I made a mistake. That's not where we joke." So
Yeah, I don't
like
mind
it,
those,
I
but
don't
then
like
I
it.
do hear her using those words with her kids. You know, like I don't. It sounded corny, but it's still sweet when you call me pumpkin. But now I know there's been 3 other pumpkins in the patch. I need a new one.
But that's what it is with baby and every other relationship too. How many people have you called baby? Maybe it doesn't matter. How many people have you called boyfriend, husband? Like, what are we counting?
Sure, but baby's so good. Also, she doesn't call her kids baby.
Okay.
That's,
Then that's
so I don't
yours.
care what
I
you
love
do with
baby.
the. So that's different. Like if you're calling it the kids, or if you used to call this to other guys. You know, she may have. I can't believe this, but she may have sucked another guy's dicks. But what she
Hey,
does
I
with
don't
her
believe
kids,
it.
I like to think is something totally different. I don't believe it either, Danny. But I'm just making a point of what people might do
Yeah.
and why
Okay.
it's different than what they say to their kids.
Some women have never even charted, Keith. So I don't know that any of them are having sex neither.
They're blowing you, and then like, 2 things are off the list. Like,
Oh
what?
God.
Yeah, that'd be too much.
All right, get out of here, Tony Pizza. All right,
Tony
guys, I think we
Pizza.
agree. I think we agree. It's not am I the asshole, but
Well,
we
you
all
keep
agree.
doing it. They're laughing. You're not getting laid. Fantastic. That's
What's
a
it giving you? What's Tony Pizza's been giving you?
Nobody thinks it's funny, and she's dry. Okay. Tony
luck.
Pizza.
Do the
Tell
math,
your
Tony
friends that.
Pizza.
You getting laid lately? No, Bob. But
But Tony Pizza has been fun as fuck.
I call her Tony Pizza. It's her name, right?
But
yeah.
I am annoying the shit out of someone. So
And then what do you do after you call her Tony Pizza? What's that? Like, what do you
Sit
do
in
after? Like, you have
silence.
her attention now. Oh, yeah. Just go, hey, it's Tony Pizza, I'll say. No, you already said that. I might say it again. And then what do you do? But she heard her name. Yeah, so what do you do then? I said her name. I called it Tony Pizza earlier. Right. Then what did you two do? Because I said Tony Pizza, so she hears it then. Are you even asking her for something? He's not real. He's Tony Pizza. No, she's Tony Pizza, right? Then what do you do? Tony Pizza. I don't know. I don't know what I do. I don't know who I am. I'm Tony Pizza. I was Tony the whole time. That's why I said it. Because I want to be Tony Pizza. There's nothing about her that especially loved pizza. She doesn't have an Anthony in her family. She's not Italian. She never understand the appeal so much it seems racist. So I must be Tony Pizza. Okay. You ever think I say baby because I want to be fucked by a baby? All right, and that's the skit on Tony Pizza. You never know where it's gonna go sometimes.
the Tony Pizza skit.
Rum,
Now with paper ripping.
Anthony. Bronk. And done.
So this one.
Danny, I'm halfway done.
Oh, I thought
Picture this guy at the fucking orchestra show.
it was over.
You guys
I
know
thought
the
it was
orchestra
over,
show?
Keith.
No, you gotta wait until it's over for sure.
That's how Tony Pizza feels. She's like,
Yeah.
I thought it was done. Okay.
Boom, Tony Pizza.
Okay, Keith, is it
Hold
over? How
on,
will
no,
I know?
that
How
was
will I
just
know?
no,
Okay,
that
I'm
was
so
just a
sorry.
power move.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Tony Pizza. Okay, done.
All right,
Oh,
so
suck my
I'm
dick,
so sorry,
Danny!
Keith, I am sorry. I thought it was over. The bell. I thought it was over.
Bronk.
I need to stop laughing because I know it keeps going on if I laugh.
Now I gotta start all over. Okay, so he goes Tony Pizza, and the friend's like, then what do you do, right? And done. Danny, I'm done.
Are you sure this is really
Danny,
done? 'Cause
this
I
is
don't wanna-
done. We're
Okay,
mature.
this is
enough.
really done.
That's the end of it.
This is really done.
Yes.
So this.
Damn it, Danny!
I double
This
checked
was
with you.
all of that
I
was
double
planned out.
checked!
It's just this. And done.
Okay, Keith, is it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, it's really done for real.
Really? I'm double checking and then
Yeah.
I'm triple checking.
No, that was it.
Really? Okay.
I was kind of like doing crowd work, but I know what I
Yeah,
can make
yeah,
you
yeah.
say. Then I make you say that. Then I'm like, you son of a bitch. And now you just got Tony
so
Pizza.
it's really done. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, really done now.
Well done, pizza.
It was a good bit. Oh my god,
Yeah.
such a good bit, Keith.
Yeah. Oh, too
Whew.
much. All right, give us
Whoa.
another one.
All right, so this one I think is interesting. You guys, neither of you had kids, right?
I'm correct.
Direct kids, bio kids. So I
Yes.
thought this could be interesting to see how you guys do this.
I never
shit.
had bio kids because when they started calling bio kids, I'm like, that's real stupid, and so that's why I never had them.
I killed
That's
two
why you
bio
didn't.
kids, but it was legal.
Hello.
So.
There we go.
Are kids really bio? That's
Am I the
next
asshole?
headline.
I killed two bio. Okay, go ahead.
AITA for telling my daughter she can't live with us after college. I'm in my late 50s.
No, Don, you're not the
Hey.
asshole. The kid's the asshole. Get the fuck out. Next.
Hold on.
Okay, sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. Please, Danny.
I'm relax, Tony Pizza. I'm in my late 50s.
Well, I do hate it. I hate
Husband
being cold to
early-
pizza.
Husband, early 60s. We're middle class. We've made our kids a top priority. We're not rich, but we live frugally, so our kids can have a fully paid for college education,
Yeah,
and
not
we
bad.
can retire comfortably. My husband was offered a huge early retirement comp package if he retired early, which is going to allow us to retire 5 years earlier than initially planned. Now, two of our children, 27F and 25M, still live with us.
Okay, you fucked
Oh,
up.
that's old,
Now,
okay.
now you got to do the hard part and kick him the fuck out. Danny, continue.
Our oldest moved out 2 years ago,
Okay, good. That takes care of one.
and our son is in the process of looking for a home to purchase. The oldest two have decent jobs in the area and have lived with us rent-free until they were able to move out. Now, our youngest is a senior in college, 21F. Each child lived with us through college to save on room and board costs, rent free. We also paid for tuition, books, whatever.
Do you know I had to pay rent the first time I got a job? 15 years old, I had to give some money. I'm like, what the fuck?
Your father's an asshole. This is like
What kind of scam
it's
is this?
been determined. This
How
is
about I
not-
don't work? You know,
Yeah.
this is my early taste at like welfare cheating. You know, I'm like, how about I don't work, and I don't work, and I still eat food from the fridge, and I'm 15.
Keith, you've had it so hard.
I
Since
did
we
pay
can
rent.
Hysterical. It's historical.
Thank you. That's why I never call Kyle daddy. I hate him.
Since since we can retire earlier, okay, you guys with me? We want to sell our house and buy an RV to travel around the country into a LCOL, low cost of living
Sure, they ran
area.
you out of house and home. I understand.
Our youngest, though, the youngest child, the 21F, is furious. She's planning on going to a local law school after college. She's mad she's going to have to take out loans for room and board there on top of tuition. She says it's unfair since her siblings have lived with us until age 25, and she should therefore be able to as well. My husband and I have made a plan for me to keep working for the next year so our daughter can finish college debt free, and I have health insurance from my job. When I told my daughter this, she said it would only be fair if we agreed to pay her rent through law school. We cannot afford this and live our dream of RV living. I feel like we sacrifice so much for our kids and we just want to live our dream now that they've grown up and mostly settled, but I feel horrible too, AITA, for not giving each child the same opportunity.
Kemda
Now,
has
Keith-
deep thoughts. I'll go first because
Okay,
Kemda's
all right,
thoughts are
okay.
deep. Fuck this entitled bitch. Yeah, you've been given. You're lucky. That sounds fantastic. But that's not the 21F stands for. It stands for 21 fuck you. You got a break. They would like to live their lives now. It's not fair if you live your life now because my 20-something didn't come yet like other 20-something. You should be disgusted with yourself. They would like to RV around the fucking planet. You can't let them have that because what would be fair is a couple years. They're dying. These people are dying. This is what they would like to do. You're an asshole. But Kemda, please.
I mean, I don't not agree. I can't imagine going to my parents, do anything different than what you're about to do. Like none of it, any of their decisions, no matter what. And they are more lenient with my brothers and more giving and more whatever, but that is what they are. That being said, no, it's not fair. Absolutely not, because this child had an example that is not being given to her. And it's unfortunate and bad timing, but no, you're not an asshole. Live your life. Maybe leave a little more for her in your will because, I don't know, who knows, you'll die on this trip. She'll get over it. She'll get over it. She'll get over it. Live your life. No, it's not fair. Here's her first lesson about how it's not fair. And like Keith said, you've been privileged with the first half of your college completely paid for. You know, but she's not going to be able to be as successful as her brother and sister because she does not have the same situation. Guess
is
what?
She
Your
into
parents
law
sometimes.
school, or is she just doing it because you're willing to pay? So I'll take the filet mignon.
Well, it sounds like the other ones did get the second degree and did have
They
the
did.
and they did.
They lived at home.
Yeah, and that's a way different experience. But
Then their punishment is living at home. How about
Also-
you be a fucking grown adult and you don't live at home?
Yeah, but Keith, give me a
Yes.
break.
That's fair. That's a fair point. Danny
Thank
has
you.
a fair point.
So
but it
first
also
of all,
sounds like she's got way older siblings. It sounds like she's one of four, and it sounds like the
27, 25, and 21. That's not even that crazy of a spread. That's a
Well,
6-year spread.
I'm just thinking that the 27-year-old can spare a couch or a room or something, or maybe each one of the
Why?
kids can spare one. I don't know because you're
Why?
siblings. Because I would do that
Well,
for my
fuck you.
brothers.
I'm not
saying
giving you my room because you're my sibling. I don't owe you nothing. I don't have
I'm
to
not
raise you.
saying it's mandatory. I'm saying I happen to get along with my brothers. They can have whatever they need. I will give whatever I can share. And
Right.
and yes, my father had less money by the time the youngest one was making decisions to be an adult. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just what life gave you.
I'm so happy we disagree, guys.
A 21-year-old will
disagree
get
on
over
this
it.
big time.
Why?
I like that you say raise, but we're talking about 21-year-old Danny. I caught that. Nice try. It's
Wait,
your
what'd I
job
do?
to It's not the sibling's job to raise the other one. Well, it's not the parent's job to raise them too at 21.
No, you're still, it's your job to raise your kid, period. That's not, you're not done at 18. You're not
You are.
done at
You
25.
are.
Yeah, you are.
My dad needs
you're
to know
not.
he's done.
Well, your dad doesn't know the first thing about being a good father.
Yeah, he didn't
So
start
this
yet.
this is not for him. But like in
He's
general,
He's still trying to start raising you. So that's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
But why do you
he's-
agree with this, Danny? Go ahead.
because, well, first of all, you have a duty to your child that is a lifelong duty. That's until you're dead. You don't get a,
That's
you're
codependent. No, you're
No,
not.
that's not
No, they're
codependent, Hemda.
adults.
You have to care for your child. You have to be there for your child. That doesn't mean that they shouldn't be
You're
an
using
independent,
bigger
functioning
words
adult.
to cover more of a thing, but are we talking money or not?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
No.
then no.
Of course, money, everything. You're there to provide them and help
Nope.
get them through life. Give them a
Nope.
better life than you had. I think that's the goal, at least.
Give
you know?
them a life. When do you let
Well,
go?
help them. Help them.
That's the help is done. Now, if they have anything and are giving it to you, you extra say thank you. They are not responsible for you anymore. They gave you the tools, they gave you the money, they gave you the life. It's your turn. You're up. Or when is it your turn? When you're 50?
It's
If your
your
parents are
turn when
still
it's
alive,
when
it's
it's
still
right
your
for the
turn.
child because it's an individual. This is an
not-
individual we're talking
it's
about
not
an
a
individual
child.
situation. No, it's
Stop
not a
saying
child.
child. Stop
Fine.
saying child.
Well, they
Stop
are a
it.
child.
They're not a child.
Yes, they are. They're
Dane
still
Cook
your
could marry
child.
them. They're not a child.
Yeah, I'll marry Dane Cook and he can put LA human poop in my mouth, but I'm still his child if he's birthed me, right? Like just because you can be a 25-year-old child of someone, right?
No, you shouldn't be. No.
That's
No.
just how it works.
You
Have them, you're
get
the
help
offspring.
for that. No, if
Okay,
you
you're right.
still consider mommy and daddy your source of life, you start getting help. No.
But look, guys. All right, fine. You know what? We agree then though? If you do
That
one
somebody
thing,
could call a child their child, but if the person's 50, you don't arrest them right away because it must be a kidnapping, weird, fucking psychotic situation. Yes, we can agree on that, Dan.
thank you. And separately, do we agree that if you give your kids at age 20 all a truck, for instance, okay, and you have triplets, that you have to give each kid
No.
a triplet if that's the deal, right? If you
No,
say-
I don't.
No.
You
If
don't
that's
believe
the
in
deal,
treating
what
your
did that
kids
mean? If that's the
equally?
deal, who made the
If you-
fucking deal when you didn't get your truck,
Do you
Danny? When did
believe
you
in
make
treating
this
your
deal?
kids equally and giving
No,
them equal
Danny.
opportunities?
No, this whole court's out of order. You're playing bullshit.
no court.
You're playing bullshit.
Do you believe in treating kids equally?
Do you think people should be treated nice?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good. Shit. That was.
I think this is toxic as hell. I think fuck them. They're not dying, Keith. You're how old are you, Keith? You're 50. What are you, 45? You're 4. Are you late 30s?
Let me tell you something.
Are
When
you
you
20?
said the O'Malley, it wasn't that I was
How
mad.
old are you, O'Malley? Were you
It's
mad?
that I was
You were mad.
humiliated for you. I was embarrassed that people are seeing who you are. And this age
what? I'm
thing
a
is no
fucking
different. It
idiot.
actually pleases me
I'm a fucking
that
moron.
you're so
that forgot
damaged.
one letter.
Moron? Okay, let me look that up because apparently I had to look up child. So I'll figure out what words are and I'll get back to you. But in the meantime, I will be ashamed for you, embarrassed, and humiliated.
You were
But I'm not
humiliated
upset.
for me. When
Well,
I
now
called
I'm
you,
upset
Keith O'Malley.
more on Keith's side. No, because I cannot imagine being a grown adult going, you said to my parents. They said a lot of things.
It's not what they said. It's what they did. They
You
gave
said
this,
you did.
They gave this to all the other children, but then for her, they're saying, "No, sorry, we want to take our RV trip now, so we don't have to
We
do
wanna
that for
live
you
now.
too." Yeah, you fucking
Sorry.
do. Yeah, you do. You gotta do it for all of
How
us.
much do you think this kid is going to suffer by not going to law school?
And
Relax.
Danny is
That's their
never.
whole future, Hemda.
Danny
Yeah.
never
Maybe she
in
should
his
become
life.
a podcaster. I mean, give me a break. Law school can make or break your whole
Do
life.
something. Do something. I don't know. Live your life. Mommy and daddy are also adults.
I'll tell you what this reminds me of. It reminds me of my siblings. I have more than one that think they're upset by cursing. They hear cursing and they're like, God, why does it have to be so crass? Meanwhile, they curse plenty. They don't know who the fuck they are. It's weird. This reminds me about Danny. It's funny that we
getting
all know,
attacked.
listening and watching this, we all know there's no planet where Danny's having a bio kid. ever. But he
Why?
knows
Why?
he got his. I don't know. I guess it'd be rude to spell it out. Look at him. Come on, there's no kids. So, but you know he has his spreadsheets. You know he's gonna have 10 kids right away. Teach them all a language. They'll raise each other on a different language. They'll be geniuses by 4. The biggest problem is I gotta say you each don't get your own piano, but you can choose one instrument that everybody gets to share, and they will share it at the proper times. And I will always be there for them because we have a thing on trust and love, and also no drugs. But there won't be a kid, so it doesn't matter. That's all I'm thinking right now.
Thank you for simplifying it.
Certainly.
I mean, you guys, you're not going to make fun of the parents at all for taking their corny RV trip. We want to take
That
an
sounds
RV.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I'll make fun of them a little bit, Danny. I'll make fun of them because
on.
they thought they weren't going to raise brats, and they just realized at least one kid is a piece of horse.
Oh, our
human
stupid
shit.
daughter. We could be at a little.
Hey,
we could
which
be plugging up
promise
the
the-
septic tank.
So what if
But
she wants to
instead
get a
she wants to
doctorate?
go to law school and become educated and be a productive member of society. No, we want to set up a septic tank in Colorado.
So the only way to do that is for me to end my life. For me to know that I don't
Take
get
3 more years.
I don't get to live my life. Not 3 more years. What if she wants a doctorate? When does it
It's a
ever
law
end?
degree. Don't you know how law degrees work? They're 3-year degrees. There's no. You don't become a lawyer doctor. You're. What
Are there
you
lawyers
talking
that
about?
have doctorates? Yeah.
I mean, there's some theoretically, but like.
This whole family to me sounds like something theoretical. These parents gave so fucking much. I feel like we're talking about who happens in the world.
You're so funny. You're acting like because she doesn't get a free law degree. I don't even know if she got into law school.
Free last
Because-
half. She's in
because she
law school,
doesn't-
right?
No, because she's in the last year of college, of the bachelor's. Because she
Okay.
doesn't get a free law degree, she's going to turn to fucking the streets and she won't be a productive member of society. Is this what we're going
No.
for?
My issue, Hamda, is that it's unfair, and you have a duty
Yes,
to treat your
it
kids
is.
fairly to the best of
Mm.
your ability.
And
I
that
think
was the best
is
of their
part being
ability.
a parent.
Wow.
This is not to the best of their ability
They
because
did
now
pretty
they're
good.
saying,
If I heard their greatest
"Oh,
hits album,
oh."
I wouldn't be like, "Oh, this is rough." That's a
Right.
pretty good album. It's some bangers on that fucking album. Free college, there's a free fucking vehicle easily. That house was the size of a fucking
But
mansion.
you're comparing it to your upbringing, Keith, which is literally the subject of like 150 podcast episodes, not a model to use.
So I know about families. I know about good families. This one I know about bad families. Mine, and I know there's a big in between that most people are. These parents we're talking about now are above and beyond. This is fucking ridiculous. She's a whore.
Oh my God. What?
Oh my God.
Well, that's a good job.
No,
Oh
that's just
my
separate. Sorry, another
God.
page. She's a whore. I have that section.
Keith, don't double down. Just
Okay.
take it
I can't
back.
get anything from you guys on treat your kids equally. I'm not saying they don't have a privileged upbringing. They obviously do.
You
but
will
it's-
not be treating your kids the same. You will not, even if
But
it's
you try,
literal
Hemda.
money. Even if
Don't
it's
you
literal,
try?
they did try. They put you through college. What the fuck? Yeah, you're gonna go into the world going, wow, I didn't get exactly what my siblings did, or you're gonna be like, holy shit, I don't have any fucking
She's
debt, and I
planning
just
on it.
plan,
I'm gonna
what?
raise
Plan
it
your
in the
life
family.
then. Plan your life. You're a grown
I
adult.
was planning her life, and then the parents changed the rules because they want to go on their little RV
Okay,
trip.
okay,
Have you
fine.
seen Zion in the fall? We're gonna go.
All right,
Like-
then they have to stop their dreams, and then they get to
Yes.
dictate exactly what she does because you're still
Yes.
a child.
That's the
So
whole
then-
premise of being a
No,
parent. Is stopping
okay,
your fucking
then
dreams.
you're my child, and I'm going to tell you that your dream ends with your bachelor degree. Make it happen. That's the experiment I want to happen with this
Yes.
child. Because as long as your parents are paying for you and dictating your life in that way, they're allowed to say whatever the fuck they want about your dreams and your whatever you decide to do, your next steps, where you live, all of that shit. You want to be treated like a child because it's unfair that your siblings got something slightly different than yours. Like Keith said,
Slightly.
this is a hit.
thousands. This is
what kind of upbringing
$50,000.
is it?
50 grand
So
easily.
Fucking what? They might not have had that 50,000 when the first kid was 27. They might have had a shitty stroller and not the best diapers. They fucking suffered through that, whatever it was. Maybe that kid cost them more in other ways. Maybe you were a baby your whole fucking life and that annoyed us and we're sick of you. It doesn't matter why your parents don't want to pay for it anymore. They might not even like you anymore. Get over it.
But are you saying if the parent's 100 and the kid's 74, that's no longer the parent's baby? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
Cold,
absolutely. That's
man,
your
cold.
kid.
All I'm
Cold.
saying is, can we at least agree, guys, that kids shouldn't be kicked in the cunt? Can we agree on that? I'm just saying if we can agree, everybody's an asshole. Everybody has problems. Can we agree on that?
Yeah,
No,
I can do that.
The kid's insane. The kid's batshit.
I can't believe
Kid's
you guys
entitled.
are saying
He
this.
was raised with
I'm
too. I
sick.
see this in Kyle's family. He
I'm
was
sick.
raised with too much love.
She
She was meant. You'd be surprised. I have more papers on this person.
Mm.
Yeah, just the worst. Just the worst kind of human being. And Danny, you will never have these 10 kids that you're going to raise them each on a different religion, and at 12 they're going to get together and compare, and then they're going to talk about it every year on Christmas. This isn't going to happen, Danny. You're going to be a free spirit. You're going to be an RV in no time, and you're going to text me and go, you know what's fucking cool? Living.
Hey, I might live in an RV, but I'm not gonna have any kids that I have to raise equally.
That's what I'm saying.
my
They
system,
don't
bro.
have kids. They don't have children. They have grown adults. They don't have children.
That's not how it works, Hemda. You don't get to choose.
That is
you're done.
exactly
You gotta
how
raise
it
them
works.
equally. They're still
No.
being raised. They're still in
Let
school.
go. Let go.
You know what, Hemda?
Let-
I'm so happy, and this is the first time I've ever had this thought that we don't have kids together. Okay, this is the first time I've had that.
That's what he says on a first date to anybody. It's a neg. It doesn't work, but it's a neg.
Yeah,
he's
because-
excited about.
Yeah, you wanna keep it. Of course, you call your mate baby. They're still someone's child.
Is that why we do it?
Well, I'll tell you
You're
what's been going on.
someone's-
Let's tell them the truth. Danny, this was your rehearsal. Now, what's going to happen next is you're going to
Oh,
talk
no.
to your actual parents, and you're going to explain this to them, and why you didn't get the truck at 20, and that you'll always be their baby.
Oh my God, we are caught up on the rehearsal.
Thank
Everyone
you.
is crazy. Everyone.
Yep.
This show is bananas. And also, like, look at how religion looks when you actually look at it. I want them raised with my religion. Okay, what is that? How do you explain that? Well, I don't really know what that means. Let me get a tutor for you for the thing that I believe wholeheartedly and are willing to fight you about. What a great idea. Yes. Oh, that's good. Why don't you? Oh, satanic. Well, what do you mean by that? I don't know. Google it. Why don't you Google it? Why don't you Google it? And since you're telling me what Satan shit is, why don't you actually make me a list so that I won't be caught out here Googling like crazy and missing some Satan shit. Great job on religion. I love it.
It's a good show. It's a good show. I didn't know it gets so religious heavy.
Well,
But
you know.
I don't know that either. I gotta see it.
Danny, can I get one more? Am I the asshole? Something to cleanse the palate, so we leave her palace.
You know what? I do have one more.
right.
That was great though. I don't think we've ever fought like that. That was like
It
ugly.
was thrilling. It was like
crazy.
ugly, beautiful. You know what I mean? Just ugly, beautiful.
Yeah. Here we go. You ready for this? AITA for having high expectations for my bachelorette party.
You know what? Everyone's forgiven.
That's beautiful, Keith.
Already, yes. Because whatever you want from your bachelorette party, just stop it. But go ahead.
But I wanted an all-white theme. Let me explain.
Am I the asshole for expecting results, any kind of results, when we just had a pandemic and we're all trying to live in the now? Go ahead.
I-25F. I'm getting married to my wonderful fiance, 31M, this fall. A week ago, I had a bachelorette. While most girls dream of their weddings, I dreamt about my bachelorette weekend. I put a lot of planning, a lot of phone calls, rezos, everything for Thursday night through Sunday morning. Me and 25 of my closest girlfriends.
I didn't pay
20?
attention to their schedule and what they're giving up, but it was going to be my dream come true, and everyone should participate exactly in the way that I want them to. Maybe I'm wrong, Denny. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, Camda, you are reading it like an open book. OP goes on. From the start, it was a disaster. I told my girls to get to the house early on Thursday so they could decorate and set up before I got there. Well, I
Fuck
got to
you.
the house at
That's
3
nice.
p.m. Okay, at 3 p.m. and they weren't done decorating.
Oh my
So
God,
that
they
bummed
were
me out.
decorating? You cunt. Holy
They
shit.
weren't done,
Done.
Hemda.
You
They
caught
weren't
that
done.
mid-decorating
They
and it
weren't
wasn't
fucking
fast
done.
enough? Oh,
It's
I
3
hate
p.m.
you.
Why isn't
Okay.
it done?
They catch her pretending to walk out. You know what I mean? She's
I'm going to turn this
I wasn't
car
here yet."
around.
After getting to the house at 3 and them not being done, well, I felt robbed, but I guess we still had a decent first night. Friday, I woke everyone
no,
up
no, no,
at
no, 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 no,
Wow.
no, 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 no,
You
no, no,
hated
no.
him.
I guess we had a decent first night is code for no matter how much they tried, I stayed in a huff because a
Yeah.
decent first night after the decorating isn't done. Okay.
That's the only thing mentioned. Yeah.
Well, I tried to smooth things over. Friday, I woke everyone up at 7 a.m. to make breakfast and get ready because we had a packed day. Vineyards, boat, lunch, happy hour drinks, then dinner in the clubs.
Way to make it fun. Go fuck off and die.
There's an itinerary. Roxanne is right. She's writing in 25 close friends.
Yeah, right.
That's a problem.
I was getting shaded on all afternoon because people said they were being rushed from place to place and that they had to carry changes of clothes all day. Okay, but we only had limited time in this city and I wanted to make the most of it.
Oh my God. You're not allowed to have fun for the rest of the year. We have to pack it into my schedule this weekend.
Yeah, she's not allowed. She's not allowed. I don't know. Go ahead. I don't like her.
Saturday was even worse.
Oh my God, poor thing.
We had brunch at 9 a.m. and no one was awake.
Why do you want to
So-
have brunch at 9 a.m.? You suck.
It's
Yeah.
my weekend.
You're 25. Have
it-
brunch at 9 a.m. when you're older and people wake up. I bet you made them drink the night before. The itinerary says we stay up until 4 and tell ghost stories.
Right.
The itinerary is the itinerary.
Yeah, you're so
Only
funny.
ended up being me and a few loyal bridesmaids. We went shopping after for a few hours. When we got back to the house, no one was even apologetic.
We gave you
I
time
was-
in the quiet car to think of your apology.
Listener Liz is saying because they were tired.
Yeah.
I don't have the
care.
energy.
I don't care. I was close to tears all day. The last
my
straw was later
You're
that
getting
night
married.
when we were going to dinner and nobody was wearing the matching shirts we got.
Okay, I'm leaving. Danny,
Get-
you're making the get out of here. This is not real.
Okay.
We got, by the way.
People-
Yeah.
People wanted to wear their own stuff, but that's not what we agreed on.
The
Even
T-shirt
though the-
we agreed on is the one I got that said Kelly is the best.
Right. You know what? If you want people to wear matching shit ever, you're paying them and they're working at somewhere they don't want to.
Right.
Well, at that point, you
What is
guys,
this, Best Buy?
I said, F it. I said, F this weekend. And I
No, you
locked
didn't.
myself in my room to cry. It was even worse when I came out a few hours later and half the
And
girls
nobody
had
cared.
gone out anyway without me,
Bye, bitch.
the actual bride. Keith, I would appreciate if you not, okay? Because I'm becoming this character in this reading and that actually hurts me, okay?
That's
Tony
fair.
O'Malley.
I didn't know that. It is
Pizza?
fun to say. It is fun to
Okay,
hear.
Tony O'Malley pizza.
You got me.
I
Age
ended up driving.
62.
Danny, I got myself an RV. Sorry, okay. I ended up driving home early on Sunday and left the house a mess for the girls to pick up because I was so upset. Now it's been almost a week and no one has texted me except for the bridesmaids and maid of honor.
Because they have
I know I sound bridezilla-ish.
Ish.
to. Not ish. Not
Ish,
ish.
though. A little
Not
bit.
ish. No. Ish for shit, right?
Right. That's
Yeah.
what we say now.
But these are supposed to be my friends, Keith and Hemda. They were supposed to celebrate me all weekend.
Right,
And I
they
felt
hate you.
neglected. And
They
I'm just
hate
really
you.
upset.
Yeah, they don't like
AITA.
you.
And
You
the
should
new-
be upset.
And the do-gooder in the crowd that convinced everybody to be there for her regrets it now and looks like an asshole.
if they don't
and
regret it-
apologizes a lot.
If they don't regret it, they need help. Yeah. If you helped her be sad at all this weekend, look at yourself.
Thank you.
Is there anything we can say, and even in her defense, guys?
No.
Oh, you're
not
getting a
nothing for this woman.
divorce. Yeah.
You're getting a divorce too. But you could see the point of making a schedule, right? And giving it to your friends, Danny, and going, this is what we do. Because everybody needs somebody in control.
I'm curious because you guys are wise. I think of you as wise. I
you.
have settled on a number. 3 events per day is really a huge amount. That's more than enough.
Let me tell you,
3
something. If you're
per day.
okay.
do
Okay,
you
you're
think?
producing, right? This is a production, and this is, normally when we produce, we charge tickets or whatever. Why are we charging tickets? Because this is supposed to be fun for people. Why are you coming to this? It's supposed to be fun. It's not about you in the sense that all of these people have to have fun. So it can't just be your fun. If you're going to put 5 things on the itinerary in the day, that's
Yeah.
100% okay. It's 100% okay, as long as none of them are mandatory. If you want to do all of 5 of those things, that's your fun day. And if you have 25 people, that 5 of them pick each one, you are a lucky fucking human being. Do not make anything mandatory on a
Right.
fun fucking anything. That's it.
Are you with this
so if
3
we
number,
so if
though?
we produce something
Yeah.
for a weekend,
Right.
we go, here are your options. If none of this sounds like fun, there's a whole other situation for you here. Do you? But maybe because like maybe if it's a weekend for your bachelorette party or birthday or whatever, there's cake time. People will want to show up to that because it is fun, because you've been being fun, because they actually like you. But this bullshit of this is exactly how we have fun, no matter what time you normally wake up, no matter what you think a vacation is, no matter what you think of me as a bad, like, no, nothing's mandatory. That's not fun. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, but are you with me? I'm sorry, I got a little confused. You're saying we produce. You're talking about like you and Keith, but I'm curious in a
We all
friend in a
produce.
friend capacity, right? Like I'm actually shout out to Lucas Conley. I'm trying to do his bachelor party right now. I
Okay.
want your wisdom. I'm thinking 3 things a day. The rest of the time is hotel downtime, chilling. What
What
say
are the
you?
3 things? Give me.
I would
the
say
day.
like, okay, we get there Thursday. That's
A
the
nice
arrival
hike,
day.
6 a.m.
right. What
That's
are
a
the 3
dinner.
things?
Okay, that's a dinner. Friday, okay, that's the first full day. Everyone's arrived. So we'll do a brunch in the morning.
What
Then
time?
we're gonna- I would say like 11, maybe noon. you
Okay.
know?
What if I miss that? Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess. I
Okay.
mean,
That
well,
sounds
no,
good.
no, it's not okay. Not really at a bachelor party where there's like 5 of us. I would say no. You need to be there, Hemda.
Well, I missed it. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, we missed it.
No,
Sorry.
I mean it's fine as long as you're at the main event, which is we're gonna go.
The flight was
to
bigger than I thought
see
it'd be. I was so
Tool
tired.
or a band, one of Lucas's
Okay.
bands.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get like dinner after or whatever, like go to a diner because we were out till 2 a.m.
Have you checked everybody's budget and they're comfortable with this? Have you told
Yeah.
them what the budget will be? Because
Yeah,
sometimes brunch
we're
to
gonna
people
budget.
is their week's budget of food. And sometimes I missed it and I
Okay.
pretend I'm sleeping, but really I can't afford brunch and dinner and the show that I would never go to. That's also
Okay.
an aspect.
So
So
check in with everybody.
consider people's lives. Good for you.
Okay.
You're getting married. I want to celebrate you. Please let me in the way that I'm capable.
And that's
I mean,
what
it's
a
Lucas,
parent
so
had to do for
should be really
3
happy.
kids. Had to plan and organize, work around people's lives, and then at 21, I need more college. How about think of something now? How about a work break, honey? Never worked a day in her fucking life, promise.
Wait, you're still having to argue with me about the situation?
You know
Keith,
I
I
am.
want your opinion. Bachelor party. You've been to a bachelor party, right?
Love it. First, I make
And-
you get up. We do push-ups. 7 a.m.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
that
I'm
shows
not
that we're
getting anything
alive.
good
We can be
today.
cavemen. Okay. Is there a transgender man there? I don't give a fuck. Doesn't mean nothing to me. I want to see push-ups. Man wins. Then it's now 9:05. We're watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original TV show. None of this new computer crap. You can't even tell what the fuck's going on. I saw something online. They're like, best fight scene ever. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. I'm talking about the original.
And we're
okay?
eating steaks. I don't want to hear about vegetarianism,
Right.
veganism. The fuck? It's my bachelor party.
It's my bachelor party. We're men. It's meat all the time, everywhere, and nothing more than medium well done. Nothing more than medium well done. Okay? We're cutting off your dick. We're having tube steaks. That's at 11, but probably nobody fucked up, so that probably won't happen. It's tube steak slash for the those being punished slash talk time, and you can just talk. That's gonna be 25 minutes. Okay? Then we're having kebabs.
Yummy.
Haven't decided exactly what, but that's a 15-minute process.
But you have to have them spicy,
Right.
but like the ghost pepper spicy, or you're not the man we thought you were and you're kicked out.
Then we're going for an afternoon showing of the band Poison. They'll be at the local park.
Oh
So
my God.
we go there and stand close because if he throws a drumstick, I don't want to hear it hitting the ground or nothing. So everybody spread out, actually, now that I think about it. Okay? If it looks like there's empty area, go there. These guys don't know where they're performing. Fucking morons. So we're going to enjoy that, okay? We're all getting the backstage pass, okay? So we can see them ahead of time. Okay, Danny, I want you to say to Brett, you have the finest hair in town. It's a little joke. He'll laugh. I'll accidentally pretend to bump into him. Oh, Brett from the band? I actually can take it from there. You walk away. It was all a trick. Okay, now we see the band. Band's over. Hookers. blonde.
I don't
brunette.
care
go.
about your marriage.
I don't care about your marriage. If you
your
can keep a secret,
situation.
if this is mine. Right. It's somebody
this is how we
else's
have
bachelor
fun.
party. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting you a chick. You're gonna
Right.
fuck it.
It's called the bachelor party.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Why do they do that though? I actually always seen that in the movie. You know, you always get strippers and prostitutes. Is that to tempt? Is that the idea? It's the last temptation, or do people actually do
Look
it?
how
and tell the
naive you're
wife?
pretending
Oh,
to
Danny.
be.
I
Oh,
can't wait till
boy.
you're a parent.
That's cute.
Jeez.
That's
Please come to
adorable.
Aunt Kenda and Uncle Keith. We'll help your kid out. Why did they do it? Because they like to pretend it's going to be the last time they'll fuck, but it's not. They're just cheaters, so they do it.
Yeah, they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. If that's
the
what they
world-
do.
Is the world
That's
just
the world
really
you live
dark,
in.
guys? Is that
He-
what you're?
he-
Danny's like,
telling me?
nothing can be so sacred as, can they tempt me on the last minute? That I say no. Well, look at Jesus Christ over here. Last temptation of Danny
I
Vega.
thought it was that. I thought it was like a
And then a
temptation
talking
bit.
lion comes up to me, and I go, I have the courage of my wife to be. And he goes, oh, that's good. I'm a fucking lion, and walks away, sucking himself off.
Well, that's the difference between La La Land and New York, right?
And that's our differences.
There we go. Guys, thank you so much. I didn't learn anything, but I had a lot
We
of
never
fun.
do. We never do. But I enjoy it. It feels like it lets out something, and that feels like that should be important.
What are toxins and where do they leave you from?
Right.
You never know.
Continue to learn nonsense, but you'll be pleased. Danny Vegas podcast. Am I the asshole? Pod. Yeah, but he doesn't curse, but it's in his title anyway. He's going to be a great parent. Listen to the last show where he shat his pants. All right. That's everything you need to know about Danny.
Danny, where's the best place to find your pod? You're everywhere.
We're everywhere. AITApod.com. Free stickers now. And we got all kinds of good stickers. And yeah, rate, review, subscribe. You get it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And we got a
Let us
bunch of
know
episodes
what-
with Keith and Hemda. We need to do another one too. It's always fun.
Yeah, let us know who you agree with more in the comments. If you like the shows, whatever you like, you should interact with. If you like people, you interact with them. Now, if you don't like people, you keep interacting with them, they're going to think you like them and they're going to invite you as one of 25 people to their annoying bachelorette party. Then you suddenly realize, oh, I don't have to fake this. So if you don't like it, don't interact with it. If you like it and you want it to keep going, interact with it. What does that look like nowadays? A thumbs up. It used to be thumbs up and you literally saw my thumb. Now you can click it and that's how I can see it. That's where the world is right now. Let's be in right now and click it. Thank you.
All right. We got to end the show. Danny has to, well, he doesn't have to go back to work. I know that. Because it's a different day and it's not a work day. But
Right.
if we can
Exactly.
if we can all leave separately anyway. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
KeithAndTheGirl.com.